Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 3, Espanyol 1. A much needed result to take away 3 points, trying to keep track with Barcelona. Now, obviously, like I said, it's a very important result. It's a much needed win if we do intend to then try to get a comeback in the Liga, which, you know, I think it's going to be quite unlikely because when I'm recording Barca play, I think Athletic Club Bilbao away. Now maybe Bilbao can cause them some problems, but I'm not sure if Barca will lose that one. Maybe a draw, which I think would still be quite good because I think we're now 6 points off, and if they draw, it'll be 7. So then we'll be going back to where we were a few weeks ago. But if they do lose, it's 6 points. And of course, I hope that Barca would lose because then it's 6 points. And then going into El Clasico, it's 6 points. If you beat Barcelona, then it's like, oh, okay, maybe things change now. But, we will have to see whether Barca actually lose to Bilbao. Because if you have watched Barcelona recently, and look, I know they're top of the table, I know they play really, really well. I know they've got lots of young players. And I know Xavi is still a young manager. But based on the way they've been playing and based on the games I've seen, it hasn't always been, really, really, really good football. Sometimes they squeak maybe a 1-0 victory. And again, that's points for Barcelona. But you don't always see them perform at their best week in, week out. So I think what I could expect from that Bilbao game is probably something like that. I could see Barca winning. Obviously, I want Bilbao to get something out of the game. Even if it's just a draw, it would be better than nothing. But whether that's possible, whether it's likely, it's very hard to say, really. But we can only focus on ourselves, and Real Madrid can only look at themselves and go, look, this next couple of games now is going to be crucial. Now, obviously, got a couple more games, and then we've got the little international break, don't we? So, based on how things are going, this La Liga comeback, I wouldn't say it's back because, with Real Madrid, I don't expect Real Madrid to play like this and grind maybe results every week. So I don't know why everyone's talking about how Real Madrid maybe could make a comeback in La Liga, but look, right now just take it as it goes. Let's not talk about maybe we can try to come back in La Liga. Why not just focus and take it a step? Take it step by step. Why are we trying to talk about the potential and the possibility of mounting a comeback against Barcelona when Real Madrid might go and have one of those games where it's just you got to be winning that game kind of moment again. It could happen. It could genuinely happen. So I'm not gonna get too excited. I'm not gonna get too overhyped because after all, Barcelona are still 6 points clear. It is still possibilities that they could go back to 9 points or maybe 7 points. But there's also a chance they could have 6 points after the game against Bilbao. No one knows. But, Real Madrid winning and, bothering about themselves and doing what they can control and controlling what they can control, it's something that Real Madrid has to focus about now. Don't talk about Barcelona. Talk about yourselves and move along. Because again, the pressure is on Barcelona. Can they keep on winning? Because if they do drop points against Bilbao, that would be pressure on Xavi and Barcelona. So, look, let's see really. But obviously later on we'll talk about the Liverpool game as well, sort of like a mini preview. But let's talk about the game against Espanyol. 3-1. It was a poor start. Kind of the start that we've been so used to seeing now and sort of expect sometimes, don't we, where It's just the opponent, starting really, really strongly. First 10-15 minutes, Real Madrid just weren't in the game. It started off really, really slowly. It started poorly. Good goal by Jose Lu. Um, you know, Camavinga just has to do better. Trying to keep up with Ruben Sanchez. I know he gets away from him with that control with his chest, but come on, you gotta do better. You know, he's basically now making a free run, good little low driven cross for Jose Lu, and he smacks it on his left foot. No keeper is saving that, unfortunately. It's not one of those that you gotta do better. You just really can't do anything about it, really. So you know what? You can't blame Tebow for that. It's just poor defending at the back, poor start, slow start, and we got punished essentially. But you know what? Um, it's what it is. It just shows you that there is definitely weaknesses to Real Madrid. And you know what? It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Vinny Jr. once again scoring from absolutely nothing. I mean, look, I absolutely love Vinny Jr. as a player because I see the potential in him. He's already doing so many brilliant stuff on the pitch. In terms of winning trophies, he's won the Champions League already. In terms of club football, realistically, there's nothing else to win. Of course, he's still young. There's still more to go for in his career, but he's already won arguably the best possible trophy to win with a football club, and that is the Champions League, right? Um, and obviously, I'm not gonna say that what he's doing is right. Look, Vinny has to calm down. He has to know where's the limit. If it's not going his way, it's not going his way. He doesn't have to go to the referee and start shouting at his face or start pushing people off. You don't have to do that, and you shouldn't be doing that. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, you should not be doing that. You should be penalized. You should be punished for that. That what he's doing is not right at all. For any player, it's not right. And I'm not going to defend Vinny because of that. But what I'm going to defend Vinny is the fact that people say he gets the racism abuse because of that. And even if he does, which I don't think he does, I just think he gets it anyways. But how does him shouting at a referee or pushing other people lead to racism? And how is that right? Okay, you could not like him as a person. You could say, okay, you know what? You're a scumbag, for example. You push other players. You shut referees when you don't get what you want. But the fact that you're bringing up race and skin color in this conversation makes you wrong. We shouldn't be talking about this whatsoever. But the fact that you're trying to justify yourself being racist by saying because he does the stuff he does, which isn't right, I can be racist. Does that make you right? Now, think about it that way and then start reconsidering it. Because, look, what Vinny does isn't right, but what racist people says to Vinny isn't right too. So, look, I don't think people are being racist to Vinny Jr. because he maybe pushes other players, shots at referees, or the officials. He doesn't do it. They don't do it because of that. I just think that if you're a racist, you do it anyways. But if I'm a racist, I'll be racist to, a guy whose skin color I don't like, right? I wouldn't be racist to him because he does something. At least I don't think, in the case of Vinny Jr., it is how it is going. Because these racism comments and the abuse has been happening for months. And we've been talking about it for months as well. And I feel like a few months ago, Vinny Jr. was still not being too overly bothered about it and trying to get along and trying to play his game, and that's it. But it's come to a point now where it's cannot be, just let's ignore this. That he has to do something about it because no one's doing anything about it. La Liga isn't doing anything about this. The club is trying its best, but obviously they can't do much about it. So look, for me personally, I think Vinny Jr. is in the wrong for pushing, shouting at referees and doing stuff like that. But I also think that the people who are racist to Vinny Jr. because of that, or not because of that, whatever, regardless, you are in the wrong too. And if you're trying to say Vinny's the wrong, you should also be saying that you're in the wrong because you're being racist. Now, it goes both ways. But back to the football talking. Like I said, absolutely adore Vinny Jr. as a player. I'll give him my favorite Brazilian player at the moment right now. I just, in terms of football wise, the speed that he has, the finishing has really, really improved. Dribbling, we know the pace and the dribbling was there from about 2 years ago. He never had end product, and the fact that he has worked on it, you can tell because it doesn't just come out of nowhere that you can suddenly start shooting. But the fact that he has worked on it, the fact that he has now improved his game, and the fact that now he is applying onto a game, it just shows how much things have changed. And you know what? On the field, Billy Jr. is an absolutely incredible player, and I would love him for that. And he scores from absolutely nowhere, cutting inside and drilling it into the bottom far corner, equalizing 1-0. Now, that gave Real the momentum to push for a second goal. 1-1, you're 22 minutes in, you have plenty of time to get that second goal. And for Espanyol, it's like they scored too early. You know, I saw this on ESPN. Um, you know, it's, I think they scored too early. 8 minutes in, you go 1-0 up, and now you have to try to defend your goal for the rest of the game because you just can't really keep up with this Real Madrid side with the quality and the depth they have, really. So then it's 1-0. Tramini with a Modric-esque assist. I mean, what is that beauty? Outside of the boot, or as they would call it, the Trivela assist slash cross slash assist for Militao. Good header off the bar and in. That assist is a thing of beauty. It's an absolute beauty. And look, he's definitely learned some from Modric, really. It's a good, really, 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 really beautiful cross and assist for Militao. Good header off the bar and in. 2-1 up going into the break. And then, it took all the way to stoppage time to get the third goal. But you know what? It came. Marco Asensio, didn't celebrate much. You see, the rumors about Asensio leaving is there. Apparently, his agent is looking at, Barcelona. I heard the other day. I mean, that's laughable. That's actually laughable. But look, I think you gotta let Asensio go now. I can't see how both sides will agree because the offer that Asensio won is obviously the wages and stuff, but also an improved role in the squad. I don't see Asensio getting that. I don't see Asensio starting week in, week out over Rodrigo Valverde. And if you do decide to bring an attacking option in, that would give Asensio less chance, right? And personally, I don't think that Asensio looks like he wants to be here. It's almost like you can see the celebrations as well. He just, sort of said hi to the fans, and that's about it. You can tell that he doesn't really. I'm not gonna say doesn't bother because, of course, there is definitely a level of professionalism, to come on and score. It's obviously something. But you can tell based on the celebrations and based on the news and stories and rumors that have been leaked, it's like it's gonna end. And of course, it's obviously a sad thing. Asensio is now at 26, 27. And I remember those years ago where people were saying Asensio was gonna be the next big thing. Time flies, really. Asensio's career, I don't think has worked and turned out the way he wanted. Yes, he's playing for arguably the best club in the world, but in terms of his individual career, He's not gonna look back and say, "Look, I spent 8 years at Real Madrid being a starter," because when Bill was at the club, Asensio wasn't a starter, and then he was, and then he became Rodrigo, and now it's Rodrigo Valverde. He never really got the look in, and look, he's arguably the most experienced right winger we have, but he just doesn't get picked, and for whatever reasons that is, it's what it is. It's what it is. Um, but those were the goals. Some chances, Vinicius Souza with a header straight at Courtois could have led to a goal, however, as a mistake from Courtois. 15 minutes in, that was where they could have made it 2-0. Rodrigo from a tight angle forcing Pacheco to make a save with his leg. 25 minutes in, Rodrigo with a free kick smashing the bar. 75 minutes in, and lastly, Valverde forces Pacheco to make a late save in the 90th plus 4th minute in to stoppage time. So, a good result. The performance, it shows again the mentality is there. We can get something out of nothing, which I guess is good. Now let's talk about the Liverpool game, because Liverpool won 7-0 against Manchester United, and everyone was like, oh, maybe there is a chance. And then they lose 1-0 to Bournemouth. So we have no idea what to expect from Liverpool. But what I can tell you, and what I can safely say, is I'm not even being arrogant, I'm not even being biased. I cannot see a single way in heaven / on earth that Liverpool would score and win by 4 goals. I cannot see that. I could see maybe Liverpool getting a very good start, and then the team dropping off early on, having a slow start, maybe conceding 1 or 2 goals early on, and then maybe we try to push for a goal, maybe we get a goal, and then later on Liverpool score another goal, and then it's like maybe like 3-0 to Liverpool, and it's like, oh, okay, it's 5-4 on aggregate. At worst, I can't see Liverpool scoring 4 goals at the Bernabeu. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, like, Liverpool could win. I could see Liverpool winning 2-1, for example. Like, they could win and we'll still advance, right? But I cannot see Liverpool winning with a margin of 4. I can't. Maybe 3, and then it goes extra time. But I can't see Liverpool winning with a margin of 4. Not after just dropping points to Bournemouth. And, you go away to Bournemouth, you drop points. Do you think that you'll go away to the Bernabeu and start winning by 4 goals? It doesn't happen. Now, again, Liverpool could turn up. Liverpool could start playing really, really well. It could happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. But I'm saying I don't see it happening. And I can't see Liverpool scoring 4 goals. I really, really can't. And that's not even trying to be biased or arrogant. That is just a simple statement that I can't see Liverpool winning by 4. Again, I could see them doing something like maybe 1 or 2 up after 20 minutes, but I can't see them 4 up after 45 minutes. So, look, we'll see. I'm going to go with, I think Liverpool will be the side that will be attacking a lot more. I think Real Madrid will be trying to sit back maybe and try to defend. I'm going to say, see, this is a hard one, right? Because I don't really want to predict a Real Madrid loss, but I could feel it that we might lose. So I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. I think both sides have goals in them. I think Liverpool could go 1-0 up, and then Real Madrid make it 1-1. Liverpool make it 2-1, and then Real Madrid make it 2-2. If that's the case, it's a 7-4 aggregate scoreline. It's brilliant. It's the Champions League. But I think the first leg at Anfield sort of ended this tie, really. And I'm not trying to be arrogant again. Look, you can never say never is never, right? But if I'm being realistic, I will give Liverpool a chance. I will give them hope. I would say, look, there's a 25% chance, and that's 1/4 of 100. I think that 1/4 of 100, or 1/4, they have a chance to try to make a comeback and score 4 goals. But then 3/4 will be Real Madrid's. So, of course, that will mean I'll believe in Real Madrid, right? Until then, I'm a Real Madrid fan. But look, I can't wait for that game. I think, look, Liverpool might be 3-0 down. They might need to score 4 goals to win. But I still think they'll come to the Bernabeu and try to give something. They won't just be there and start, standing there and being like, there's no point. We're 4-0 down. I mean, we're 5-2 down. We're down by 3 goals. We need 4 goals. It's not going to happen. And everyone just stood there and be like, wait, let us give up. Of course, they're not going to do that. They will be trying to get something out of the game. They'll be trying to make a comeback. Who knows? But Real Madrid cannot afford to concede more than 2 goals within the first 20 minutes. Because if you're 3 down 20 minutes, it's basically over. Because then the other team has the moment to score 4, 5, 6. And it's going to be nicer again. It's going to be like 7-0. We cannot let that happen. So, look, it's what it is. Hopefully, we get a good game. And hopefully, Real Madrid make it through. But hope you guys have enjoyed today's review. Let me know your Liverpool Real Madrid score predictions in the comments. Hit the like button if you guys did enjoy today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.